Y'all, it's your girl, Astonishing Figure. Glad to see y'all on tonight. Hope everybody is doing amazing. Y'all see the topic, right? What type of parenting style are you? What type of parenting style? Now, if anybody has heard me talk, I've already talked about this topic before, so it's nothing new. I just want to revisit it again because we change parenting styles as kids get older. We change, right? We're not the same. We don't have the same parenting style as we, did when they were younger. So I wanted to revisit this parenting styles. It's 4 different types of parenting styles. And I won't be before you guys long. If you are listening to this, go ahead and hit that share button for your home skillet. I really would appreciate it. So, once again, like I said, I'm not going to be before you guys very long. And if you are listening to this, go ahead and hit that share button for your home skillet. I sure would appreciate it, and we're going to get right on into it. So the first type of parenting style is the authoritative. That's high expectations and high responsive skills, okay? So that's that parent that is involved in everything, and I do mean everything. They have high expectations for their children. They have high achievements for their children. They want their child to be successful by any means necessary. They're very warm and loving, and they're responsive. They show appreciation to their children. They set rules and they enforce them in a positive way. So they make sure they set boundaries for their kids, and they have open discussions. So if something is going wrong and the kid says why, kids always, why? They actually explain why they're doing that instead of just pushing them off. So that's the authoritative type of parent. They do reasoning. They reason with their children. They make it understandable for them to understand, so they can know exactly why their parent is doing this, and consequences that may come about if they kind of do it the wrong way. So they really find reasoning for their child, which is a good thing. And I'm not saying any of these parenting styles are good or bad, especially, but that neglectful one, that's pretty bad. But the two of these, and like I said before, we bounce back and forth through parenting styles. So just because you're authoritative doesn't mean you're not going to be authoritarian next go round, or some of the other styles. So once again, like I said, they explain things to their child. They want their child to know what's going on. Why am I about to whoop your butt right now? I'm going to let you know why I'm about to whoop your butt. Okay? We're going to explain it to you. And you're going to understand why mommy about to whoop your butt or put you on a punishment. You're going to get an explanation about that. Not just swept under the rug, okay? They teach moral values and ethics. They teach standards to their children. They want their children to have values and morals growing up in society. They're very supportive with them. Very supportive in everything they do. Whether it be good or bad, they're still supportive. They're still attentive. They want to make sure that their child knows that they're on their side, whether it be wrong or whether it be right. Usually children that have authoritative parents, they usually grow up more independent. They are more content with their own self. They have higher self-esteem. They are good at social skills. They have good social skills. They also are maybe less depressed, less anxiety, so on and so forth. So authoritarian, which is that authoritarian, I think I was an authoritarian parent. Authoritarian is that that parent that has the high demands but low responsive. So that is that parent that says, I'm about to whoop your butt. Why, mama? Because I said so. And that's just it. I was that parent. That was me. I said so. That's because I said so. Period. No ifs, ands, don't ask me no questions. Don't ask me nothing. Because I said so. So you about to get your butt whooped, or you about to get on punishment because I said so. That's the authoritarian parent. And I think we all was that. I know I was. I ain't gonna. That was me. That was me. More or less, they only give out rules and they don't give out a reason after. So they say, you do this, this, and this. Why? Because I said so, and that's the end of the conversation. No communication, no back and forth as to why you want me to do it. It's just because I said so. Anything that child says back is usually called back talk. And we do that, right? Like if you be like, well, mama, are you back talking me? Authoritarian. That's authoritarian parent. They're usually the disciplinary parent, the one that sets that discipline for the child. And like I said, I was that for, how old is my 13 years? Until I started kind of, well, let's talk about it. You're getting older. I can't just say because I said so no more. So I went back and forth between authoritative and authoritarian. So I went back and forth. I know I did. So they're the very stern type of parents, right? The disciplinary parents. They're not pretty much caring about the feelings and how you feel. They saying what it is and get it done, and that's period. Right? Usually children that are raised by authoritarian parents usually are a little bit not so independent. They may have a little bit of low self-esteem, and they may have a temper tantrum at times. So I think I saw that. I tried to balance out my parenting. It's working for me, but I be ready to smack fire. Ooh, it's smart mouth. I be ready to smack fire. But I want to be authoritative. So I'm going to reason. I'm going to listen. I'm going to see what the problem is, and we're going to come with a mutual agreement. I'm going to respect you, and I'm going to listen to what you have to say. So permissive parenting is low demanding and high responding. So that means that parent has like dang on near no rules, but they always emotional and affection. Like, oh my God, don't do this to them because they may, spaz out. But when they do spaz out, you don't have any rules or consequences for their behavior. So that's one of those permissive parents, which is the ones that has low rules but very responsive, very affectionate and over affectionate, and kind of make excuses for their child's behavior and why they're not doing what they need to do. And then when they do spaz out, there's no consequences for their actions. They just say, well, just be patient with them, because be patient. Children that usually grew up with, a permissive parent is, they don't like to follow too much rules. They might be getting in trouble a little bit at school because they are like, well, why aren't you giving attention to my emotional side right now? Because a school is a structured setting. So if you don't follow the rules, there's consequences. And since, they don't have consequences, then it becomes an issue when they are in a structured setting. So the last one is one I don't agree with. I hope nobody has ever been that, and it's the neglectful parent. The neglectful parent has no demands, no rules, no responses. They just there. They are just there, and they're just there. They have no boundaries. They don't expect anything from their child. They don't have anything to say. They're just there. Usually a parent that is a neglectful parent is going through things themselves. whether it be physical abuse or substance abuse or mental issues. They are going through something for themselves. That's why they can't be the best version of them as a parent. So the neglectful parent is one that may need help themselves before they can actually be a parent to a child. And of course, children that's raised by neglectful parents usually end up in more or less like the system, so they can get someone that can look out for them a little bit better, so their parent can get themselves back together. Because I always tell people, even if your kids have ever got taken away from you, you best believe they're coming back for you. So that doesn't mean you got to stop getting your life together. That does not mean that. You still got to get your life together, because them kids is coming back for you, and they're going to love on you, and they're going to want you to love on them, and they're going to want to cry, and you going to cry, and it's going to be a happy time. So like I said, I just wanted to go over the 4 types of parenting styles, and I also wanted to give some statistics in regards to parenting styles. So the authoritative parent, there's 46% of our population that's practicing authoritarian, there's only about 26% that is practicing that. The permissive parenting is 18%, and neglectful parenting, that's too high, is 10%. And 10% is way too high for a parenting style to be, presented at 10%. That's high as heck. If you ask me. So, like I said, I didn't want to keep you guys for very long. I wanted to show you guys the 4 different types of parenting styles: authoritative, authoritarian, permissive, and neglectful. And like I said before, as a person or as a growing parent, we all go back and forth through all of them. Sometimes we can even be neglectful, where we just going through it ourselves, and we just can't get right. So that's no shame for anybody, as long as you get right. You got to get right, and you got to get right fast before them folks come and take your babies. So these are just 4 of the types of parenting styles. And like I said, we go through all of them within our parenting life, which is a never-ending process. As we all know, once you're a parent, you're always a parent. Whether your kids is with you or they're not with you, you're going to always be that parent. They always coming back to you. They always going to try to find you. So that's just something that, you have to be. So I hope this was useful. Once again, if you are listening, go ahead and hit that share button for your home skillet. I sure would appreciate it. I'll see you guys next Saturday at 10 p.m. Be safe. I love y'all. Peace.